So I was pretty intrigued last week at the discussion that we all had after I presented my current event, so I decided to do a follow-up on that. Also because as a student, I feel like I kind of get so lost in what I'm doing that I forget to keep myself updated on what is going on in the world. So on Friday, January 27th, Trump signed a bill that put a temporary ban on all immigration from 7 Muslim countries. And basically, there seemed to be a lot missing from this. There wasn't much of a backbone. And so a lot of Americans were feeling confused, and there's been a lot of chaos. And I basically wanted to discuss the backlash that Trump has received since putting this bill into order. So basically, he has had judges from New York ordering a stay on the deportations of those with valid visas, important Republican political figures who were siding with him at one point now speaking out against him because of this, and also American citizens having pretty major protests. So basically, Trump created this ban to help the people, but the people are not responding very well. For the past week, in California, where we are, there have been upwards of 100 protesters daily outside of LAX, which is the major airport in Los Angeles, protesting. So these have been held by a group of women wearing hijabs, which is a pretty major statement being put forth by these women, because this is obviously controversial that they are Muslim and they are women, which is two minorities that are being very highly affected by this ban. And meanwhile, in New York City, there have been thousands of protesters outside of JFK Airport as well, which is a tremendous amount more than even just here in California. So this has been nationwide that people have been having their voices be heard. And on top of this, all taxi companies actually stopped drop-offs and pickups at JFK Airport because they did not believe that this ban should have been put forth, basically. And judges in major cities as well are becoming overwhelmed with the amount of people they are forced to detain and deport. They've been overturning Trump's requests just flat out because they don't want to have to be in the middle of so many different cases. So in New York, there are about 200 people who were ordered to be deported who had valid visas. And a federal judge turned over their deportation, allowed them to stay, which was basically a slam straight to Trump. The same thing happened in Boston, where a judge halted all detainment and deportation. So as well as judges, incredibly important Republican political figures are disagreeing with Trump as well. In 2015, when Vice President Mike Pence was the governor of Indiana, he rejected this proposal because it was a proposal before Trump was actually in office. And he said, quote unquote, that calls to ban Muslims from entering the U.S. are offensive and unconstitutional. So this is Trump's vice president, and the fact that this was what he said just makes you think, how is he feeling in this kind of situation at this point? Because he has not spoken out about it. And also Senators John McCain and Lindsey Graham are also saying that this is a hasty process that risks harmful results, and in some areas this will give ISIS more propaganda. So having these major Republican political figures speaking out against this is kind of a big wake-up call for Americans that maybe this situation isn't the best idea. Luckily, it's only for a few months, but the outcome of it is kind of unknown. So basically, for the next 90 days, just to recap, all travel from 7 major Muslim countries is halted. Trump has caused a huge uproar and has left Americans, citizens, judges, political figures very upset. His ideas seem unprepared, but all we can do is wait and watch. Thank you.